Hi guys, it's me. I know a lot of you have been asking me questions about the portraits in our community project. Now, I know that this is a challenging one because not all of us had time to talk about it before you got to work from home. In a nutshell, the project was meant to get you out of your comfort zone. You are comfortable at school and doing work and projects at school in our classroom. But what this project was meant to do was to get you out of that zone, and I strategically asked you to not take a single picture at school, which is why the word community is in the title. I wanted you to take community portraits. So, your community is what you define it to be. The only stipulation is that I did not want you to take pictures of anyone that you see at school or from school. Yes, the people you take portraits of could be your family, your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, your little brother, your sister, your cousin, the neighbor, or they could be complete strangers. You could just be seeing people through observation. Someone walking by your house, someone walking by your window. You could be sitting in a park and just be observing people. Observing the world around them is one thing artists do every day. They get inspired by their environment, other people, and observation is a creative tool. Observation is something that photographers do differently than most people, because they have the ability to zoom in and look closely at the world in a different way. Some really interesting things are happening because of what's going on in the world, where we all are supposed to stay home. I've seen some beautiful news stories of photographers getting out of their comfort zone and taking pictures of families sitting on their porches together, taking pictures of people through windows and observing how they are using their time for social distancing. Now, I'm not saying spy on people. The best bet is to talk to the person in advance and let them know your project and what you're working on and what your goal is. Our real secondary goal is to learn about careers in photography, careers that utilize photography. So if you would please take the time to look at the inspiration document and focus in on reading about street photography, photojournalism, journalism, candid photography, just to name a few, I would really appreciate it. So this project, not only did you have to take pictures or portraits of people in your community, but I also challenged you to actually talk to one of them and do an interview. Ask them questions and then write their story. My vision was for your story to be a paragraph or so. I mean, it could be a page long if you wanted. A paragraph about that person that could be displayed next to the photograph that you take of them. So since we will not be able to have a physical art show this year, I've decided to have a virtual art show. And we could display your portraits and stories in that if you submit them for that display. I'm leaving it completely up to you. I want the choices to be yours and for you to be proud of your work, and that you look at the people around you in a different way. Maybe you ask them questions you've never asked before. You find out more about who they are, what they like, and what makes them unique and interesting. Then write me a beautiful story, just a paragraph or two. Share your photos, a story. Document your process on your interview. You could share with me the questions you asked, your handwritten notes. Anything will do. All of those checkpoints are in Echo.